What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I said I thought I was going to. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. This is a little bit clearer video. I'm not gonna lie. There was some stuff that I wanted to check out because I seen something today. It was a little bit odd. I didn't really see it, and I seen the 15-minute video within this, but I don't know. Stuff is just guess you have. Let me see. They highlight it here. Actually, zoom way better. I don't know. And the crazy thing is, I've been showing y'all a different angle, in like a more blurry type, video. But I had this one saved. I didn't have it saved. I had it bookmarked. And it was showing way better. And I think this angle right here is actually Austin, if I'm not mistaken. Because everybody went to the memorial tent. But as this goes, see if it starts to highlight here. And I know many of y'all probably saw this video, but let me see if it okay. So it looked like Karmelo came from the left side though. Because I don't really see him go up. So it happens about this mark. Let me see here. Who went up? So yeah, it's obviously a one-on-one from what I'm seeing. Karmelo goes up, runs down. But as he's running down, he falls. He goes all the way here. Now, at this point in time, here, this is where a lot of my videos were stopped at. A lot of my videos are stopped here. And I've stopped it there. But there's more to this video to where he actually goes in the front as people. I don't know if people are talking to him, chasing him, whatever they're doing, but he walks up to the front. People are walking away from him. He's walking here. It looks like with a coach or somebody. And they go back to the tent. Well, like not to the tent directly, but in front of the tent, it looks like. Then they talk to him. It looks like he's talking and stuff like that. I promise you, I did not see this, and I don't know how I spaced it out. I didn't see it. But you truly have everybody running. People panicking. And then you have Karmelo here. It looks like the police have him at this point. Because by then, this right here, he's in cuffs and he sits down right here. So by this time, that's when I showed that body cam footage. Yeah, by this time I showed the body cam footage, and then here, because he was sitting down, and then by the end of this video, they actually get him up and walks him out. So it all seems about right. I didn't get to see this video, and I definitely apologize. If y'all do want to see this video, it's a little bit more clear video. You got American Freedman Legal. I gotta click on this whole name. Legal Fund. So y'all can find that video, and this whole video is literally out. I definitely say this is the most clear video that I have seen. So I try my best, You know, you have a lot of people that actually pointed it out. But like I said, this is pretty much it's a very, very much so a very, you know, blurry video. But you can definitely see here, that's when it happened. Right here. So he knew exactly where he, you know, was aiming for. I mean, there's nothing that, you know, and I want to show y'all this because you have so many people that continue to lie about it when he know exactly what he was doing. I mean, it wasn't a slice, it wasn't a cut. It was literally he aimed for his heart. I mean, that's, come on. People got to be real with themselves. Truly do. You got it right here. This is a post by, y'all can find her on TikTok. It has it right here at the Fit 90s Baddie 2.0. So y'all can go find her. If y'all like Sarah, I'm sorry, not Sarah, Star S. So Star S posted this. Y'all can go give her a follow. You know, if y'all want to, you know, but check this video out right here, y'all.
I just took a couple clips from the beginning of his video because he makes some really good points, and I just wanted to talk about it. So here it is.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further.
Mm-hmm.
You see that right there? That's character. That's morals. That's
Real
values.
talk.
That's a good Christian man right there. Offered to pray with you. Imagine that. The family that lost their child
Exactly.
wants to pray and give forgiveness to your son, your thug ass son killing their child. Wanted to pray with you. But what did you do? Nah, you didn't want to do that. Because you know why? It's going to be another race hustling summer, y'all. Just like BLM, you're following the race hustling playbook. Y'all dummies donated to that bullshit organization. None of that money went to anything to do with black people, black communities. You know where that money went to? It went to buying mansions for these people.
Just mansion, security, it went to all of that. That's another talk for a different day, but I've spoke about it before, and I'm telling y'all, I tell people that all the time, and they still say they support BLM, I guess.
Fight when a jury found his parents dispute their son ever wanted to kill Austin Metcalf.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone.
And you know what the most disgusting part is? No apology to the family. You instantly just wanted to go to victim, seeing as how you don't have any morals or values, and your son doesn't either. He didn't even take the stand. If he really was defending himself, don't you think you would get on the stand and really articulate what you were defending yourself from? There was no argument there. We're gonna have to deal with these dumbass protests, messing up our summer.
#believe Karmelo.
Get some class, get some values, get some character.
I'm not even gonna lie. There's real talk though. There's definitely real talk. You know, within that. You know, I don't see how me personally, and it's again, it's common sense when it comes down to this. They looked at money. They seen money. Like I've explained to many people, they went to Texas to, I guess, for a better life. From what I've seen, from what I've read. And I'm not going to lie, to a lot of people, I can't even say $600,000. $1 million and again, I don't feel like, even though I feel like Charleston White is definitely a flip-flopper, I definitely know that a lot of times, you know, he didn't got mad and he's telling the truth about something. He said they made over $1 million. Had over $1 million. He's not the only person that I've seen of him saying that, you know, it made over $1 million. And just seeing of how they're throwing their money. You know, they threw him $3,000-$4,000 to just meet. You know, we're not talking about the other videos of him bashing Austin Metcalf or Austin Metcalf's family. We're not talking about that. You know, because I truly don't feel like Charleston White just got paid $3,000 or $4,000. I know it was way more than that. But it just goes to show you that to some people, they would definitely choose the money over their family. And they definitely chose the money over their family. They knew Karmelo Anthony, you know, they knew their son was definitely in the wrong. They knew that it was a very high chance with them not even talking about a plea deal, not even mentioning a plea deal or anything about it. They wanted to rack up the money as much as possible and go within it. That's exactly why they probably fed him lies. And I'm not saying, you know, honestly, it just, and again, I don't want to make it seem like, you know, it's more so of, you know, these parents are horrible. You know, they couldn't even get onto nothing. Not only Karmelo couldn't apologize and say nothing, not even look like he cared, nothing, only for himself. But then you got his parents that have talked to these different reporters. They've seen the Austin Metcalf's family, you know, at times, multiple occasions, and haven't apologized. It just truly goes to show you. They only care for the money. I know they fed him lies, Karmelo lies, and they said that because if they wasn't in there for the sentencing, anything like that, I mean, everything goes to show you that right there. I mean, come on now. You got it right here. It says Karmelo Anthony's dad, and it literally just goes to show y'all a lot. I mean, this is what he said to Sarah Fields. AF posted this. This is literally everywhere, and I've showed this before. Of sending this, you know, of him sending this to Sarah Fields, you know, about at the time, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if she's 6 right now, but her 6-year-old daughter said maybe if you was a parent and your child would have defended themselves, she might not have been molested. This is literally a person that I'll continue to say that when you have a person like this, and I've talked to y'all, I spoke to my brother about this. Because, again, a lot of people don't realize truly of what goes on if they're too much on social media. You have a lot of people that is on social media, and they truly don't pay too much attention. You know what I mean? Like, they don't pay really too much attention when it comes down to it. And they'll see something that's on Instagram, and it'll be fake or it'll be AI, or they'll say this and say that, and they'll run with it rather than actually looking and seeing what the facts is, you know. And that's why a lot of times I do what I do, you know, when it comes down to, you know, these different thumbnails, because I want to be able to draw a lot of people in. Y'all know most likely y'all gonna click on the video, but there's others I want to draw in so they actually get the truth instead of looking at, you know, corny things, you know, when it comes down to it, that's on Instagram, that's on TikTok, you know, because they believe that. Like I said, I've explained to my brother on multiple times that, you know, this is something, and he you know, obviously, you know, understood, you know, after a while. And I told him, like, how does this look of Drew Anthony doing all of this? You know, you have him talking crazy to Sarah, and I'm sure this is not the only time. You know, the whole family, you know, the Karmelo Anthony supporters. And then, I mean, you have this. I mean, it literally just goes to show y'all again. Don't fall too far from the tree. I'm telling y'all. You have Sarah Fields right here. Again, says documents provided by East Baton Rouge City Courthouse confirm that Drew Anthony, father of Karmelo Anthony, has an active warrant for his arrest in Louisiana. He failed to appear for criminal traffic violation and improper equipment. And according to the document, his license is forfeited. This means that either lied to the state of Texas about ever having a driver's license in other states, or he is currently driving without a license. A prior criminal record also shows multiple counts of theft. So again, like I've explained multiple times, that regardless, literally regardless, y'all, of how anybody feels about anything, and especially to the Karmelo Anthony supporters, This right here goes to show y'all everything about this individual and his son. If he can do this and having that criminal record, and I'm not saying, because people make mistakes, but I just find it insane that you have him that having these warrants, have multiple counts of theft, having these things going on. And I understand, you may, need a better life. You may, look, but a lot of that goes in and again, I'm not making any type of excuse for Karmelo. But like I've told y'all multiple times, it starts with the parents. It starts with the parents. So if you have a parent that is doing all of these things, what is, Carmelo Anthony's dad really teaching him? What is he really showing him? That what he did is right to do and still continuing and not showing any type of anything? There's no remorse. He's crying, for himself. He's looking more so for himself rather than anything. And I find it completely wild. I don't know about y'all, but I find it completely wild. One thing about it, it says Carmelo Anthony's parents facing possible jail time for fraud. As y'all know, this is not something that's, obviously new. Seeing how, again, I mean, come on now. It's a pattern. It's truly a pattern. And I don't want to be like this and say nothing like this, but honestly, being real with y'all, at this point, it's looking like the whole family. Not even trying to be funny. The whole family. I mean, you got the uncle, you got different individuals, funneling money through this, and I'm gonna show y'all. They just care more so about the money. They don't care about Carmelo. They don't care about what's going on. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the supporters. None of that. They just want y'all.
Well, Anthony's parents could end up in a cell right next to him for fraud. It's being alleged that hundreds of thousands of dollars meant for Anthony's murder defense went elsewhere. Investigators are reportedly examining whether an LLC connected to Anthony's parents was used to receive or move donated funds and whether those transactions matched what the donors were told that the money would be used for. This is likely linked to that $600,000 home his parents purchased and the luxury vehicle. Now, the family's fundraising campaign ultimately raised more than $600,000 before it was shut down after Anthony's conviction, putting enormous public attention on how those donations were handled. If people donated believing that the funds were going to be used for a legal defense, they deserve complete transparency. If the allegations are false, then the family deserves to have its name cleared. But if this investigation is true, then it's almost as controversial as the criminal case itself. What do you guys think? Well.
So, y'all have that going on. Not only having that going on, this is another post by Sarah Fields. I've showed y'all this before. This right here is Cheryl Helps LLC. This is, obviously, some type of donation page for, if I'm not mistaken, I do this every time. Obviously ask people to hit the donation button. This donations or whatever they have for this is not actually was actually for Carmelo, but it's not stated for Carmelo. This is something for, what is this, like domestic violence, people facing, I want to say, what is it, hardship and stuff like that. If I'm not mistaken, I truly, when I say that, even though I got my glasses on, I cannot see. Families facing hardship, domestic violence survivors, and community outreach efforts. So, stuff like that. But they're truly saying to check, basically this out. It's for, well, if you want to donate to Carmelo Anthony parents for an appeal lawyer, my good sis Cheryl Hodge made an account. So you truly have, this account. They're doing everything they can. This isn't the only, individual that they're, funneling this money to. But this is definitely sickening on what they're doing, and it doesn't stop. Many of y'all know that this is truly off if this plays. This is they took the gifts and go off. As many of y'all know, I'm telling you, I'm having an off night, bro. I'm truly having an off night. This is a gifts and go of Carmelo Anthony, that they have shut down, and they're doing everything they can. You know, I've seen multiple posts, people selling shirts, people selling literally merchandise, and I feel like this is another. If I being real with y'all, this is one of those, another BLM, stunt. Even if Carmelo Anthony's parents, isn't getting all the money from what people are, raising or whatever they want to call it, there's a lot of other people that are doing other things of getting money and acting like it. I've seen even people making fake fundraiser accounts with Austin Metcalf's name on it to give to Carmelo Anthony's parents, which is definitely wild. I'm not even gonna lie. It was truly wild. Says right here, people are saying this is a major win for Carmelo Anthony. Powerhouse pro bono legal team has officially taken over his case to fight the 35-year conviction. Says the Stand with Carmelo Coalition just announced they have filed a substitution of counsel and will conduct a fresh review of the entire trial record to pursue every possible appeal. Justice isn't done is what people are saying, which is definitely insane. Just Jen posted and said these idiots really do believe Carmelo Anthony will be set free if he gets an appeal. The ignorance is staggering. The most he can get is a new trial where jury selection will be met with even more scrutiny than the first trial. And honestly, I feel like they're going through this to go ahead. I mean, if you're going to make things worse, so go ahead. So judging from the actual trial he did have, the appeal will be denied as the courts got it right, the first time. The only thing I didn't agree with was the sentence, 35 years with the possibility of parole after 17 years, ... I think he deserved every bit of life without possibility of parole, which a lot of people believe so too. I'm not going to lie. After taking the life of another human being. If it were up to me, I would have given him, y'all know what. This, not exactly this chair, but y'all know what I mean. Fortunately, his supporters, and I do mean all of them, are low IQ. They simply can't understand he is not coming home anytime soon. And I truly feel like that's what a lot of people are leaning on and they're going by. Is that right there? Pretty insane, if you ask me. Like I said, things have gotten worse and worse and worse as Sarah Fields posts a security alert. As y'all see, Carmelo Anthony case update. This morning I discovered that a social media personality is planning a live stream because they are angry that the Judge Roach ordered to seal the identities of minor witnesses and jurors for their protection. According to recordings and statements I personally obtained, the individual intends to publicly identify witnesses, including minors, by sharing their names and photographs. This individual also stated you can't seal the minors' names because we were in court, we were taking notes, and we know who everyone is. That is why I'm going to expose every last witness that got up there and lied. I'm going to expose you. I'm going to put your big ugly face up. I want to talk about you like a D-dog. This is a very definition of doxing, which it truly is. Said that she's already contacted the prosecutor's office and alerted Frisco Police Department, which definitely should. Says I will not be sharing a link to the live stream or directing traffic to it. I will, however, be monitoring it, documenting everything that occurs. If protected witness information is released, I will preserve the evidence and provide it directly to the appropriate authorities. Something needs to be done before witnesses, especially children, are placed at risk. The court sealed its information for a reason, to protect the people who participated in, this process, which truly is fair. I'm not gonna lie. Says if anyone with a law enforcement or prosecutor office need the recordings I'll obtain, please contact me. I will provide everything I have. Safe to say that I'm so tired of this. For well over a year, I've monitored and documented this kind of conduct. My file is extensive. This evidence is there. At some point, enough has to be enough. It's time for appropriate authorities to take action. Now, let me tell you something. One thing about this is that truly, I have to applaud Sarah Fields for what she's done. When I tell you that she's literally been working, she truly has. I've been seeing that. I've been noticing it. So if anybody didn't tell you today, Sarah, or any day, definitely proud of everything that you have accomplished within this case, because this is pretty cool that she's been on top of it. and doing everything she can, you know, to expose what needs to be exposed. You know, the relevant things behind it. You know, it truly, you know, makes a lot of sense, you know, to do, and it's the right thing to do. Telling y'all, you got it right here. This is Jason Whitlock. Many of y'all like him, many of y'all don't. But one thing about it, what he said is true. Check it out.
There's no controversy among Asians, white people, and Hispanics about what happened to Carmelo Anthony. There's no controversy. White America isn't in an uproar. Asian America isn't in an uproar. Hispanic America isn't in an uproar. Most of Black America, I would say, not in an uproar. But this loud, amplified minority of Black people, and Black people baited into, and look, it's a significant segment, and it's really significant because most of the Black people who think exactly what I think, they're afraid to say it and won't say it and will pretend like they side with the other side. So your silence makes you an ally to the idiots and the people with reprobate minds, because that is what we're talking about. When you listen to Carmelo's parents, that's a reprobate mind talking. Believe Carmelo printed on the front of their shirts. This man won't even talk for himself. He had a chance to take the witness stand and said nothing.
Said nothing. No apology. No apology from his parents. No nothing. Nothing at all. One thing about it, and y'all know me, and how I look at it, how I see it, is that regardless, I know for a fact, and as Jason is speaking on this and saying, you know, Black people, you know, they you know, some are afraid to speak on it, this, that, and the other. Don't ever be, you know, Black, white, anything. Don't ever be, especially because I feel like this is something that definitely needs to be. It needs to be changed. I know I'm not. Y'all know me. I'm going to speak what I got to speak. I'm going to let people get out what they need to get out. But a lot of people, believe it or not, don't have the facts behind it. They see stuff on the internet and say, oh, well, you know, that's just like I done had family members come up. Well, they didn't give them a fair trial. It was just white people on the jury. It was not. I mean, it's stuff like that. You know, a lot of people don't know anything. They just see things that's going on. They'll see a picture of an all-white jury, and they'll say, oh, Carmelo Anthony didn't get a fair trial because look at the jury. You know, they'll say, oh, well, his friend lied on here. So, you know, it's so many things that will pop up on the internet and people just run with it. I'm telling y'all. And that's exactly what a lot of people did. And then when you sit there and you tell them the facts, they call you the liars. But they'll believe an AI picture. Yeah, right. It's crazy. Says, well, nobody is talking about in Carmelo Anthony's situation. While everyone that says it's over race, they're completely overlooking how his parents failed him and failed society by not teaching him the value of a human life, which is definitely true. One glaring issue that stands out is family raised over $600,000 on gifts and go for his legal defense. But instead of prioritizing a strong lawyer, they're apparently focused on buying a Cadillac, brand new house, you know, and other expenses. Sandy ended up with a public defender, as this isn't just about one tragic incident. It's about responsibility, parental responsibility. When parents don't, obviously teach basic morals and priorities, we all pay the price. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think about this. I'm not going to lie. One thing about it, me being honest, is that, I mean, he got to face the consequences at the end of the day. I mean, it's really not too much, you know, to even talk about, you know, to nag about, but he has to face those consequences. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments down below. Catch y'all next one.